Hi guys, my name is Tim and you're fishing with Uncle T. Today we're going to be showing you how to restring a fishing pole and put your tackle on there. That way the next time you head to the beach or wherever you're headed, you have the best opportunity to catch a fish. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and strip all this off of the pole. That includes everything from the hook to the leader, all the way down to the string. That is all the way on the reel. We'll be back when that's done. Alright, now since we're done, de-spooling that, and it did take quite a bit of time. That was 25-pound braid, and I really like it when I'm pair fishing because anytime a big fish tries to take you in between pillars, it's really nice to have braid. It doesn't break on you like mono does. Now here in about 10 days, me and my wife are going to Pensacola, Florida, and I thought it would be, pretty wise and pretty smart to put some mono out because their water out there is a lot more clear, and I don't want the fish to see that white, string. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that mono out and unwrap it so we can put it on. So we have Berkley here. It's one of my favorite, fishing lines to use. This is the big game mono, and we're using a 30-pound. This will be plenty for what we're fishing for. And I'm also gonna put on a still leader. So if we do hook up to like a shark or anything with teeth, we'll be perfectly fine to go. What you wanna do is you're gonna wanna take the end of your line and thread it through the eyelets that we have here. Just take your time. Sometimes those eyelets are small and your eyes will make it seem like you made it and you didn't. And when you go and tie it all up, you see you missed one, you'll have to restart. That's never fun. Okay, so now since we have all the eyelets threaded, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come right in here where you can kind of see it, the two little lines from the middle part. We're gonna hold it with our thumb, come in here and grab that line. Let's kind of work it towards us. Just like that. Now since we have the line, I'm gonna kind of show you that there's this little knob right here. It's a little metal piece. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to wrap our string around that, and then we're gonna tie a basic knot. And then once that's in place, we can start reeling in our line. So once you have that knot tied, all you're gonna wanna do is click off that excess, just like that. And then we're gonna crank it. And then at this point, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold it with my two fingers right here and keep some tension on that back line. I'm gonna reel. And at this point, you just wanna go a pretty normal speed. I got my spool of wire on the ground, and my lovely wife can show it right now. And you can kind of see it on here, being spread out evenly, doing what it needs to do. Now you don't want to put this line on your reel slack. So it's important you just hold this with your fingers. If not, you can use something like a lid pot, or we'll show you here in a second, you can use a strainer. But I just prefer just to hold the line. It burns a tad bit, but not too bad. You can speed up if you're in a rush. But this thing right here will hold about 250 yards of line when it comes to a 30-pound mono. And with this rod on the reel, I plan on catching some kingfish out there off this pier. A little fun fact about the Pensacola pier. Actually, where is it at?
Navarre.
Navarre, it's in Navarre. It's the longest pier in the Gulf of America. Which is pretty cool when you think about that. They say it's 1,000 feet long. And it's deep water. They got snook out there, kingfish, Spanish mackerel, bonita. I mean, they have other fish that we have as well, like your jacks, but it'll be fun, new experience. I've never been to Florida. My wife surprised me with it. And I was like, I'll only go to Florida if I can fish, because other than that, there's no reason for me to be in Florida or anywhere else outside of Texas. Now, since your line is all on your fishing pole, right, all on the reel, you're just gonna simply come down maybe about 24 inches, about 2 feet, and you can give it a good old snip with any pair of pliers or any type of fingernail clippers. I like fingernail clippers. They work. You don't have to sit there and keep squeezing. One snip, good to go. Put the rod here. Now, sorry about that. Now what we're gonna be using is one of these still leaders right here. 2 red beads with a 1/2 ounce weight. And then at the bottom, you can put whatever type of hook you want on there. We'll be putting a shank hook. And then of course, you have your little ringlets right here to tie off on. So I'm just gonna do your basic fisherman's knot. We'll get that on camera. You're gonna wanna get about 4 inches of your line. And the first thing you're gonna do is go around creating a little loop. And then you're gonna wanna bring this line around 7 times. 5, 6, 7. All right. At this point, you're gonna wanna take this and you're gonna wanna go through that first loop you created. Once you're through the first loop, you're gonna wanna go through the second loop you created and hold it with your fingers and cinch the rest of the line down. Now with the heavier mono, it can be a little bit hard to cinch down, so take your fingernail and very lightly pull. Don't press too hard with your fingernail, otherwise you can damage the line. But just like that, you have a nice fisherman's hook, and we'll go ahead and trim off that excess. All right, after that, we're gonna be using, again, the H2O-X. These are the Academy brand hooks. I really like them. They stay nice and sharp for me. This is the live straight shank hook. It looks something like that. Nice barb on it, nice curve, point, no fish are getting away from me. And all you're gonna do is take this and slide your hook right on it, and you're gonna close this up. And what you have right here, honestly, is the ultimate redfish line you can do on the surf. If it's not too wavy out there on the surf, you don't have too much surf action going on, that's gonna be perfect for what you need. And then after that, all you're gonna do is take your hook, set it right there, and you have just rigged your fishing pole. Later, guys.